I took that picture a few weeks ago just outside the church. And after posting it on Facebook, someone commented and they said, "You should call that picture the dawning of a new day." And maybe that's an appropriate picture for us to show today, as we are now just a few days away from this new season at OBC. A new season that allows us to be back together again under the same roof. And we want you to know that we are incredibly excited about having you back. I want to take just a few minutes and answer some of the questions that some of you might be asking about what things are going to look like when you do come back this Sunday. So let's take a look at those things. As you know by now, the government has laid out some protocols for churches to follow as part of their reopening strategies. And we as a church have been committed since day one to following the Manitoba government guidelines. And I want to encourage you, if you have any questions at all about those guidelines, to go to the Government of Manitoba website, and it answers an awful lot of those questions. But one of the most important pieces of those protocols is wearing a mask. And we're asking everyone when they arrive to please be wearing a mask. If you don't have one, you will find that there's some disposable masks on the table as you enter the church. Please feel free to take one of those. When you arrive on Sunday, we're asking everybody to be mindful of the signs that are on the main doors, like the ones you can see behind me. We're asking everyone to use these main doors as you enter. And when you do, you will see a table there. Now, on that table, you will see a container of hand sanitizer. And as part of the protocols, and I'm sure we're all used to this from going into almost any store now, we are asking that people use that hand sanitizer before coming into the foyer. Again, it just seems like you can't go anywhere into any store these days without first needing to use that hand sanitizer. And we are asking you and your family to do that as well. Might sound kind of strange to some of you that we're even talking about this whole issue of where to sit on Sunday morning. But when you arrive in the foyer, you will notice that there are 3 different options of where you can sit. The first and probably most obvious option is the sanctuary. And much like before, certain pews are going to be roped off, and we would ask you to sit in your family groupings, making sure that you have at least 6 feet between you and the people beside you. The second option is our immune-compromised seating area. And if you are immune-compromised or feeling that you would like to just sit in an area that's a little bit more isolated from the rest of the group, we've converted our nursery into a special location really just for you. If you need help finding it, feel free to follow the signs or to ask one of our ushers. Well, the third area that you can choose to sit in is our library. If you happen to be a parent with smaller kids and would like maybe a more relaxed environment to sit in, well, this is the area for you. There are going to be 3 separate areas for 3 separate families, all equipped with tables and activity sheets and some books for the kids to read during the service. Now, there's just 3 of these areas in the library, and it'll be on a first-come, first-served basis. So if you are interested in one of those areas, we would encourage you to come a little bit early. Now, during the service, and in keeping with the new Government of Manitoba regulations, we're asking everybody to keep their masks on throughout the entire service, and that includes during our singing time. Now, we realize this is different from what the government had required a few months ago, but we are asking for you to cooperate as we try and keep everybody safe and healthy. We will also continue to have a special kids story as part of the service, but the kids are going to be asked to stay with their parents in their pews during that story. The answer to that is an absolute yes. But we are asking you, if you're visiting with your friends, to do it safely. we would recommend that you do it while you're sitting in your pews, because that's a great way to help everyone to keep a safe distance from one another. If you don't want to do it in your pews and want to visit in the foyer, we would just encourage you to make sure that you are standing at least 6 feet apart from one another. The other option, and this is a great option if it's a beautiful day outside, consider visiting outside after the service. Much like we are asking people to enter the church through a specific set of doors, we're also asking people to exit through a specific set of doors. And this, again, is to ensure that we're able to effectively social distance our people. We're going to be asking that when you are ready to leave at the end of the morning, please do so through the main doors and the main doors only. And note that they are clearly marked as the exit doors. And that's it. And again, we are thrilled that we have this chance to be together on Sunday. We're looking forward to the rich fellowship that we're going to be experiencing together. Lord bless, and we will see you in just a couple of days.